Hi everyone, I'm Xiangling and this is my game design assignment 1. So the first game that I've researched on is Mr. Gun, and the game objective is to kill everyone on the blacklist. The controls are very simple, just tap once to start the game and tap again to shoot the gun. And the challenges is that we only get one chance to shoot the enemy, and if we miss the shot, the enemy will shoot us. The features, we've got coins, and players get coins for every headshot and boss killed. So for the game mechanics, the player ascends the levels in each stage with every kill that they get. At each level, an enemy would meet the player until the player reaches the final level where the boss appears. For the boundaries, the player cannot control their character's movement at all. They can only decide when to shoot the bullet. To win is to not miss any shot, and to lose is to miss the shot. If they miss, it becomes the enemy's turn to shoot. Getting shot results in immediate death, and the player would then lose. So for the game critique for this game, the game objective is straightforward, kill all the blacklist bosses, and the controls are also very simple, tap to shoot. The main challenge of the game is the aim, since players only get one chance to shoot at the enemy before they return fire. All in all, this game gets really repetitive because although the blacklist bosses change in every new list, there's nothing different about them. They don't have any special skills other than their increased health either, making the game really monotonous as the players keep fighting pretty much the same boss every time. So moving on to our next game, it's the Archers 2. The game objective is to kill all enemies. For the controls, by holding and dragging the left side of the screen, we can aim and charge up our bow, adjusting the trajectory of the arrow and distance it flies by sliding our finger up or down and left or right respectively. Releasing our finger would shoot the arrow. The challenge of this game is that there is no aim assistance whatsoever. So the features, the main game mode is the campaign mode, and depending on our accuracy in this mode, players can get up to 3 stars for each stage. As for the coins, players get coins for every kill. Headshots were multiplied by 4. For the game mechanics, enemies would keep spawning in waves at random positions until the player kills them all. And as for the boundaries, our character cannot move from its spawn point on the left side of the screen. To win is to kill all the enemies without dying, and to lose is to lose all our health, which is dying. So for the critique of this game is that the game presents players with many different challenges with its diverse range of enemies and difficult aiming system. However, there is no meaning or reasoning behind the game. For example, why are we killing these enemies? Are we from different factions? And if so, why am I fighting alone? And also, in campaign mode, it is possible to move on to the next stage even without attaining a single star, meaning that players can just spam arrows at the enemies, completely disregarding aim and accuracy, and be able to move on to the next stage, which defeats the core of the game, which is accurate aim. So I've decided to redesign the Archers 2, and here I've got the target audience. So this game mainly revolves around shooting and killing all enemies, so it's basically a shooter game. And according to Statista, the shooter genre is the most popular genre among gamers, with 66% of gamers aged 16 to 24 and 64% of gamers aged 25 to 34 selecting this genre as their top game genre. And according to another survey by Statista, there are more female mobile gamers, 55%, compared to male ones, 45%. However, shooter games do not provide as much appeal to females, 15%, as it does to males, 33%, which is the second highest ranked genre among them. Therefore, my target audience for my redesigned game will be males aged 16 to 29. For the gameplay, now before we get into the gameplay, I'd like to explain the two features that I've introduced into the redesigned game. So the first feature is that I've split the game into two factions. So we've got the black faction, which is the players faction, and the red faction, which is the enemies faction. And the way to distinguish the teams is by the black line beneath the black faction and the red line beneath the red faction. So here we press start and then drag and release the arrow to kill the enemy. So here I have now introduced this hostage thing to prevent players from spamming arrows because you might kill your teammate. So after saving our teammate, they'll fight for us. And once we die, it doesn't matter if our teammate is still alive. At the second we die, the game is over. And since our teammate didn't die the last round, he will continue to fight for us until he dies. And coming up now, the next feature that I've introduced is the ability to move and relocate our teammate. We can use this feature to protect our teammates and help them dodge from the arrows coming towards them. As you can see, we just drag him away and can dodge the arrows. And now that we've won and our teammate is still alive, when we go back, our teammate is now with us and will continue to fight alongside us for the future stages until they die.